Hi, welcome to Hanson's Speed Shop. Before we go any farther, I'd just like to remind anybody who hasn't already subscribed, definitely hit that subscribe button because there's going to be a lot more cool stuff like this to come in the future. Today we're going to be doing kind of a new little segment, which I plan on doing a couple videos like this on the channel, and that is going to be a banana seat bike, muscle bike, ride and review. And we're kicking that off with this bike, which is my early 70s Schwinn Stingray. The exact year of this bike is not really important, and I'll get to that in a moment. This bike was built by me and my dad when I was in about 5th grade, and I'd always wanted a Schwinn Stingray since the first time I knew about them when I was a real little kid. And back in like the late 90s, early 2000s, they were fairly easy to come by, but not super common. They're even harder to find nowadays. But this bike was actually completely put together for probably around $40. And we'll take a look at what's all going on this bike. This bike is an original paint bike, and this bike was built during the time when most people were restoring these bikes, but I've always been one for originalness, and I think that the patina kind of gives the bike character and shows its age and tells a story, so I didn't want to repaint this bike. The frame we got from a family friend for free. The fork is an old 70s trick, and that was to take a fork off of a boy's Schwinn 10-speed, and we just happened to find one in the same color in the junkyard. Put that on there to give it kind of that chopper look. It's got an original Schwinn front wheel with a vintage Schwinn brick tire in the front. Again, this bike was done on a budget, so it's just got some kind of old BMX style stem. It's got some crate style handlebars with some metal flake blue grips. These are not Schwinn grips, but again, this thing was meant to be a rider and done on the cheap. It's got the original Schwinn tag on the front, original Schwinn seat post and seat clamp, cheapy white vinyl reproduction seat. That seat actually is very comfortable though, and it goes well with the blue. The sissy bar, I think, is a Schwinn, and it's a clamp style. It's got the 5-spoke Schwinn chain ring with a chrome chain in the back. The rim, I'm not sure if that's Schwinn or not, but this tire was one of the repop Schwinn slicks that they made like in the late 90s, early 2000s, when they were repopping the crates and stingrays. And then these are crate style pedals, and then you gotta be styling with the dice caps. Now, I rode this bike to school like a couple times a week between like 5th and 6th grade, and definitely was the coolest bike in the bike rack. This bike was super fun to ride as a kid. It was very fast, and I raced anybody that wanted to race me, and I never lost. It does pop wheelies very easy because the front sits up high and you're kind of sitting way back here, so it doesn't take much to flip the bike over. It handles real well, it's super comfortable, and as a kid it was a pretty fast bike. One other thing that we did on this bike to make it more rideable and fast was these are early maybe like late 80s 90s Schwinn BMX cranks, and because a normal Schwinn crank comes to about right here, so you've got an extra 2-3 inches of leverage, and with the extended front fork, got plenty of clearance for turning, and it just makes this bike so much easier to pedal and a lot faster. So that's the trick right there, is that crank. So we're gonna take it for a ride now, and we'll go from there. All right, guys, we're gonna try and take this bike for a ride. This is literally gonna be like the first time that I've actually got on this bike and rode it in probably 10 plus years. So if the camera work isn't the best, I already apologize for that. So here we go. Just getting on the bike. Here is kind of my view when you're sitting on the bike, and as you can see, I've got plenty of room. I am about 6'1", and I fit on this bike comfortably. Oh, it's kind of hard to ride just with one hand on here, but this bike's super smooth, stops well. Didn't even have to put my feet down, just balance. Just a super fun bike. When I was a kid, I rode this bike all over, sometimes like 6-7 mile bike rides. When we originally built it, it had a different back tire on it, just like old vintage 60's slick in the back, and that eventually wore out, blew a hole through it, because I did ride this bike a lot. But it's just a super fun, easy to pedal bike. You can literally ride this thing all day long. Rolls really nice. We did all the bearings new and everything. Just like, I've ridden a lot of banana seat bikes with short cranks and stuff. This thing pedals so easy, it's not even funny. So if you're looking to do something similar to this, the long cranks are a must. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. I'm planning on doing some more of these. So hit that subscribe button, comment, let me know what you think, and get out working on your own projects. And we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.